They say content creation is free, so it is the best investment. But while $10 can buy you Bitcoin or stock fractions, it doesn't even cover a screen protector if you're filming with your phone. That's before scripting, recording, perhaps re-recording and editing as best as you can so that the algorithm spits in your face. Using my 10 years of experience, we will deconstruct a notion gurus like to rub in your face. Investing is pointless for most people, while content is the best investment. Is it actually true, and does it apply to you? If you have ever dabbled with investing, you know that there's a difference between low-friction growth and full-friction self-reinvention. Take dollar cost averaging DCA. You can start DCAing in Bitcoin or the S&P with $10 a week. You commit and automate it once, and you never touch it again. Said differently, you set it and forget it. No further decision-making or action is required. Over time, your investments compound and start working for you, generating revenue. Now, let's remind ourselves that we are speaking about investing, not trading, which conversely takes plenty of time, skills, knowledge, and actually hides risks. With content, and I mean quality long-form video, you need a substantial amount just to get started. If you don't have a background in videography, you also need a pretty extensive research to get the best bang for your buck. When that is done, you have to learn how to use your gear at least semi-decently. And if you are a foreign creator, you have to also learn to articulate yourself in English if you want to speak to the world. Then comes going in front of the camera, which may turn out to be one of the most energy-draining and stressful things you've done. No, it's not difficult per se, as you just press record, right?
You gotta just press record.
You eventually press record only to find out that the challenge has never been in confidence or being or not being yourself. It's just that you have to navigate simultaneously a teleprompter, a mic and audio interface and software, or a mic and a sound recorder. The limitations of your room, which you have to optimize, camera and autofocus with proper settings, and many other tiny details and peculiarities your viewers will never know about and the algorithm won't ever reward. All while looking precisely in the lens, which you technically don't see because of the teleprompter. Shift your gaze a notch and your viewers start feeling that you're not really speaking to them, but maybe to the person next to them. Forget one of them mentioned and you have to re-record. And while not every week, gear updates stay somewhat consistent throughout the year, preceded by nerve-wracking dilemmas to get the most out of your money. Because unlike those telling you content is the best investment, you are not sponsored by Sony, Canon, Rode, or whatever, and maybe pay higher taxes to get the solutions you need if you're not based in the US, UK, or Canada. With investing, you can pretty much buy fractions of currencies regardless of where you are, even if there are taxes and alternative index-mimicking funds. You can also use DEXs or actual decentralized exchanges and have a real decentralized experience, at least financially, so location doesn't really matter. With content, especially video, algorithms predetermine the fate of your work, so things like globalization and decentralization really don't fly. Content is first tested locally. If it engages the locals, the reach is expanded. If it doesn't, it gets killed prematurely. No, it's not the locals, it's big tech. Good luck improving your thinking and eloquence in English to share the depths of your soul with the world. Good luck with your creamy walk footage to convey your sense of aesthetics and taste. Algorithms only care about Gestalt principles like proximity and figure ground, perceiving you as a shape. After years, your videos are supposed to start generating revenue, kinda like the compounding effect we've mentioned. But is this really the case? If you've been around for a while, you know that they either don't, as the algorithm buried them due to lack of immediate local engagement, or if they do, it's on a topic you'll likely no longer focus on. It's natural, you moved on, you had no option as the eternal principles of Yao and Jupiter, aka the fortune card, permeate you, even if you don't realize it yet. But suppose your old videos really start getting traction finally. Does this new engagement bring actual customers and supporters? If it doesn't, it's not just useless, but harmful as it boxes you into what or who you were 3 or more years ago. Constant self-reinvention and perpetual change. A mindless machine won't ever comprehend those unless its code is rewritten or another one replaces it. It is why some of those advocating content as the best investment also tell you to build an email list independent of the algorithm ASAP. Maybe that's kinda like moving your coins to the ledger. Meanwhile, your 20s and early 30s are gone. You have developed one or two phobias and spent what an average middle-class person would call a substantial amount because content is free. Cal Newport calls social media platforms slot machines. Every video you make is like hitting the casino. Not even day trading, but plain gambling. Once in a while, someone gets rich and starts rubbing six figures in your face. Probably it was their main incentive. Millions of others don't, and while you see those others in actual brick-and-mortar casinos, on social media they're well hidden by algorithms. What does this all mean for you? It means that getting into content creation purely as an investment is a very poor investment strategy. On the contrary, if you feel that backing up your ideas and art with video and your actual face gives you a special meaning and they really deserve that, then absolutely go for it. Maybe you unravel an uncanny love for videography and cameras. As we know from Viktor Frankl, meaning is always present regardless of suffering caused by Nazis, big tech or whatever. Plus, you finally started to like your A-roll shots. Kudos. When it comes to content and investment, I think writing is the best coin. It literally costs nothing. Crypto transactions are basically immediate. With writing, you write and publish. That's it. No fancy preparation, no spending, and definitely no nerve-wracking arrow. You build a list and send emails to actual people. No algorithm stays between you and your readers, which is why I started my Substack publication 11 Beams to expand beyond my name and bring light to others, from self-helpers and creatives to esotericists and critical thinkers. Feel free to subscribe, and if you need guidance with rituals or struggle with discipline and getting in shape, my manuals and books might be just what you need. Thank you for your time.